MasterMan125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 1, The Enigma of the Red Zero. Characters: MasterMan125's Blue Zero, Red Zero. Scene start. EXT, the Central Plaza. Continuous. The golden light from the restoration of the monumental mistake is still fading. MasterMan125 and Blue Zero stand frozen as a swirling purple rift pulses in the center of the plaza. From the depths of the portal, a figure steps out. He looks exactly like Blue Zero, but his skin is a deep, vibrant crimson. Blue Zero, voice trembling, holding his tablet. MasterMan125, my scanner, it's going off the charts. That's not just an anomaly. That's a living, breathing zero from the 4200s. MasterMan125, squinting, hand hovering near his belt. I see him, Blue Zero. I see him. But why is he red? I thought the official color for zeros was blue. This is a serious violation of the color coding standards. Red Zero. Looking around at the modern buildings, eyes wide with terror. Where is the bridge? Where are the others? Blue Zero, stepping forward cautiously. You're in the Central Plaza. We just restored your decade. I'm Blue Zero, and this is MasterMan125. We've been looking for you for a long time. Red Zero, backing away toward the rift. Restored? No, you don't understand. We weren't just forgotten. We were hidden for a reason. If I am here, then the great Chrono Strike. It followed me. MasterMan125, stepping up beside Blue Zero. Whoa, slow down, Red. We've heard about the strike. Orange 4 told us it was an infection, but the timeline is stable now. We fixed the monument. Red Zero points a shaking finger at the swirling rift behind him. You fixed the door, but you didn't check who was standing on the other side. The 4200s aren't a decade anymore. They are a cage. And I am the first one to escape. Blue Zero, looking at his tablet as it starts to glitch with red static. MasterMan125, he's right. The energy coming through the rift isn't golden anymore. It's turning dark. MasterMan125, adjusting his cap, his expression turning serious. All right, Red Zero. You're with us now. If you're the enigma we have to solve to keep this world from unraveling again, then let's get to work. Blue Zero, find a way to stabilize that portal before something else steps through. Red Zero, falling to his knees, clutching his head. They are coming. The others. They aren't like me. They don't want to be remembered. They want to be the only thing left. MasterMan125, looking toward the horizon as the sky begins to flicker. Welcome to the team, Red. I have a feeling official history is about to get a lot more dangerous. MasterMan125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 2, The Shifting Sands of Time. Characters: MasterMan125, Blue Zero, Red Zero. Scene start. EXT, the Desert of Duration, Day. A vast expanse of purple sand stretches to the horizon. In the center, a massive glowing hourglass is partially buried, with Red Zero trapped inside the lower glass bulb. MasterMan125 and Blue Zero stand at the base, looking up at the swirling temporal grains. Blue Zero, tapping his tablet frantically. The landscape is de-rezzing. These aren't just dunes, MasterMan125. They're raw minutes being drained from the 4200s. MasterMan125, pointing at the hourglass. And it looks like Red Zero is the grain they're using to measure it. Talk about a rough start to the day. Red Zero, muffled, pressing his hands against the glass. The sand, it's heavy. It's not just time, it's the weight of everything you restored. MasterMan125. Hang on, Red. We didn't bring you back just to turn you into a human egg timer. Blue Zero, how do we break the glass? Blue Zero, we can't shatter it physically. It's reinforced with forbidden energy. We have to reverse the flow from the outside. Red Zero, gasping as the sand rises to his waist. The others, they're using the sands to anchor the rift. If the glass fills, the 4200s will become a permanent desert. MasterMan125, adjusting his cap and grabbing a nearby glowing gear. Not on my watch. Blue Zero, sync your tablet to the hourglass's base. I'm going to give this thing a mechanical reality check. Blue Zero, executing the override. Keep that gear steady, MasterMan125. Red Zero, watching the sand begin to swirl in reverse. It's working. I can feel the bridge again. MasterMan125, straining against the temporal pressure. Save the thanks for when we're on solid ground, Red. This sand is starting to bite back. Blue Zero, almost there. Reversing the flow now. Scene end. MasterMan125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 3, Echoes from the Crimson Past. Characters: MasterMan125's Blue Zero, Red Zero. Scene start. INT, the Hall of Reflections, Dimension 4200 Day. Floating crimson shards of glass hover in a dark void, each projecting a different scene from the lost 4200s. MasterMan125 and Blue Zero stand near Red Zero, who holds a glowing orb that pulses with a deep red light. Blue Zero, scanning the floating shards. MasterMan125, these aren't just echoes. They are data packets of every unofficial event that happened before the scrub. MasterMan125, gazing at a shard showing a red-tinted skyline. It's like looking at a photo album that someone tried to burn. Only the red part survived. Red Zero, staring into the glowing orb. The orb, it remembers, It shows me the Great Chrono Strike. It wasn't an accident. We were chosen to hold it back. MasterMan125. Chosen or abandoned, Red Zero, because it looks like the official world left you in the dark for a long time. Blue Zero. Urgently. Wait. The shards are reacting to the orb. They're showing the moment the 4200s were cut out. Look at the figures in the background. Red Zero. Voice shaking. The shadows, they weren't just the strike. They were the ones who ordered the exile. MasterMan125. Adjusting his cap as the room starts to shake. Sounds like the official version of the story is missing a few chapters. Blue Zero. Download what you can before the room collapses. Blue Zero. Syncing now, but the crimson energy is overloading the tablet. Red Zero. Holding the orb high. Take the memories. They have to be known, or the 4200s will never truly be free. MasterMan125. Grabbing Blue Zero's arm as the floor begins to disintegrate. Hold on. We're not leaving until we get every last unofficial bit of the truth. Scene end. MasterMan125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 4, Blue One's Grand Illusion. Characters. MasterMan125. Blue Zero. Blue Ones. Scene start. EXT. Digital Metropolis. Night. The city skyline is warping into strange, impossible shapes. In the center of the plaza stands a figure identical to Blue Zero, but with glowing red eyes and a 1 on his chest. MasterMan125 and Blue Zero approach cautiously as the world glitches around them. MasterMan125. Squinting at the figure. Okay, Blue Zero, I know we've been seeing double lately, but this guy looks like your official upgrade went horribly wrong. Blue Zero. Checking his scanner. He's not an echo or a ghost, MasterMan125. His data signature is perfect. Too perfect. Who are you? Blue One. Smirking, holding a golden compass. A 0 always asks questions. A 1 already has the answers. I am Blue One, MasterMan125. Blue One? Sounds like a knockoff brand. Why are you turning the city into a funhouse mirror? Blue One. This world is a mess of forgotten years and unofficial heroes. I'm here to show you the grand illusion of your so-called victory. With a snap of his fingers, Blue One causes the buildings to dissolve into pillars of red code. Firewalls erupt around the trio, trapping them in a cage of light. Blue Zero. Panicked. He's overloading the city's reality core. MasterMan125. If he finishes this illusion, the real world will be overwritten. MasterMan125. Adjusting his cap. Not if I have anything to say about it. Blue One. Your grand illusion is missing one thing. Reality. MasterMan125 throws a high-tech dampener at the golden compass. The red code flickers and dies. Blue One. Growling as the illusion fades. This is just the first act. Zeros. You can't stop the primary sequence. Blue One vanishes into a cloud of blue static, leaving the city returning to normal. Blue Zero. Sighing in relief. He's gone. But he's faster than anything I've ever tracked. MasterMan125. Looking at the spot where the rival stood. Blue One, huh? I think our official problems just got a whole lot more personal. Scene end. MasterMan125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 5, The Century's Calculated Threat. Characters. MasterMan125. Blue Zeros. Red Zeros. Blue Ones. Scene start. INT. The Chrono Command Center. Night. The command center is bathed in an eerie blue glow. Massive holographic displays surround the trio, showing complex lines of malicious code and blueprints for giant steam-powered mechanical golems. In the center of the largest screen, the menacing face of Blue One stares down at them with glowing red eyes. Blue Zero. His hands flying across his tablet. MasterMan125. The firewall is crumbling. Blue One isn't just messing with illusions anymore. He's hard-coded a physical threat into the 4200s. MasterMan125. Looking up at the giant mechanical giants on the monitors. I liked it better when he was just a bad magician. Building giant robots seems like a lot of extra effort for a calculated threat. Red Zero. Pointing at the screen, his voice filled with dread. Those aren't just robots. Those are the Sentinels of the Void. Blue One found the old defense blueprints from my time and corrupted them. Blue One. Voice echoing through the room from the speakers. The 4200s were a mistake that needed fixing. If you won't let them fade, I will use their own history to crush your reality. My calculation is absolute. Blue Zero. Urgently. He's initiating a century purge. The golems are being 3D printed into our reality right now at the edge of the city. MasterMan125. Adjusting his cap and grabbing a heavy data wrench. Calculations can have errors. Blue One. And you forgot to carry the Masterman factor. Red Zero. Standing tall beside his friends. We won't let you turn our home into a weapon. We are the ones who remember. Blue One. Laughing coldly as the screens begin to spark. Memory is a flaw. Order is the only constant. Observe as your century is recalculated to 0. Blue Zero. MasterMan125. If we don't sever the link now, those things will be fully formed in 10 minutes. MasterMan125. Then, let's pull the plug. Red Zero. Distract the system. Blue Zero. Find the source code. I'm gonna go give that 1 a piece of my mind. Scene end. 25 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 6. Masterman 125 and the Forgotten 4200s. S2, Episode 6, The Second Monumental Mistake. Characters. Masterman 125. Blue Zero. Red Zero. Scene start. EXT. The Central Plaza. Night. The giant stone monument, the same one restored at the end of Season 1, is now hemorrhaging dark purple and red energy. The 419942210 engraving is being swallowed by a swirling vortex. Enormous mechanical golem arms, controlled by the distant blue one, grip the surrounding skyscrapers. Blue Zero, pointing a trembling finger. Masterman 125. The monument, it's not just a bridge anymore. It's a drain. Masterman 125, staring at his tablet which is flashing critical failure. The calculations were rigged from the start. Restoring the decade was the mistake Blue One wanted us to make. He needed us to open the door so he could scrap the whole building. Red Zero, holding out a glowing crimson data chip. It's not over. This is the heart of the 4200s. If we plug this into the vortex, it stabilizes. But, Masterman 125. But it locks the decade forever? No more forgotten, but no more official either? Red Zero, nodding solemnly. We'll be off the map. Independent. Blue Zero. Urgently. The Sentinels are closing in. The city won't hold for another minute. Masterman 125. Adjusting his cap, looking at the towering mechanical claws. I'm tired of official maps anyway. Blue Zero, sync the tablet to the chip. Red Zero, get ready to toss the Hail Mary. Blue Zero, tapping frantically, syncing. 90%. 95%. Now, Red Zero hurls the crimson chip into the eye of the vortex. The dark energy turns a blinding white. The mechanical arms of the golems freeze, then shatter into digital dust. A massive shockwave ripples through the plaza, knocking the trio to the ground. Masterman 125. Coughing, looking up. Did we win? Blue Zero, looking at a blank scanner. The 4200s are gone from the system. There, free. But we're stuck on the outside. Red Zero, smiling faintly. No, we're the guardians of the gap now. In the distance, a cold, digital laugh echoes through the air. The unmistakable sound of Blue One, still out there watching. Masterman 125. Getting up and dusting off his hoodie. Well, season's over. And I think we just gave that one a permanent error code. Scene end.